Greetings. I'm back. And as you can see, I got look at that old Cleveland Indian jersey there. And look at this Cleveland Indian hat here. This is a very nice hat. Jacobs Field. It's probably like a special edition type hat. It's real nice. I don't wear it that often. You see how crisp it is? And I got my Cleveland Indian jersey on. I got my other Cleveland Indian hat. I wear this hat a lot. I've been wearing this hat for years. Look at that. With Chief Wahoo on there. All Chief Wahoo gear. Look at all Chief Wahoo. Yeah, I like that. And look at this. I have it. Is this weird? Look at this. I have this hat on a mantle. What you call this thing? I don't know what you call this thing. I have this hat on like a mantle. But anyway, this is the very first fitted hat I ever bought. Was back in the 90s. I bought this fitted hat. My very first fitted hat that I bought, man. And you see I colored the tooth yellow, try to make it look gold. I remember they ended up coming out with a gold tooth sold on like hat. Like they made the hat with the gold tooth on it. We knew who they were marking that hat to. With a gold tooth and Chief Wahoo mouth. Hey, we know who they were marking that hat to. They were getting that money, New Era. And as you can see, it's old. You know this from the 90s with my name airbrushed on the side. And then I wore this hat so long, you see the slits in it? I slid it because my head grew. I was a kid. What's the 7 1/8? That's why, because I wear a 7 5/8. So yeah, like that's how old that hat is. Chief Wahoo is in the news recently. The Cleveland Indians team, I should say, is in the news. Yeah, I had to stand up. That's a little bit better. I can hold it sturdier better. But anyway, the Cleveland Indians, recently, we saw this coming with the Washington Redskins and now the Cleveland Indians. The media, they had to change the name. So they're not going to be known as the Cleveland Indians anymore. They're going to be known as the Guardians, the Cleveland Guardians. And I think that's named after there's these statues on a bridge right outside the stadium. It's right outside the baseball stadium, some statues that are the Guardians of Traffic, I think they're known as. So it really sounds kind of whack to me. But anyway, so Chief Wahoo, they got rid of him. We saw this coming because they got rid of Chief Wahoo a few years ago. Like they slowly kind of moved him out. They took him off the hat, then they took him off the patch on the side. And I like Chief Wahoo and that because it just reminds me of my childhood, because I took a trip to Cleveland with my dad. We took a trip to Cleveland and I got to go on Jacobs Field, what it was called at the time, Jacobs Field, where it was a new stadium that they had just built. They don't want to focus for me. That's okay. I'm going to have a new camera soon. That's all right. But anyway, I got to tour Jacobs Field and all that, and it was right across the street from it's right next to where the Cavaliers played. They called it Gun Arena at the time. And, now it's called Quicken Loans or whatever. Dan Gilbert, he owns them or whatever. But, it's kind of nostalgia. Chief Wahoo is kind of nostalgia. You think about the Major League game. What's that game called? Major League? Where they made about 3 of those movies with Charlie Sheen, Wild Thing. You got that history. It's just a history franchise, and it kind of reminds me of my childhood, but I'm not really too caught up emotionally about it like I know a lot of people are. Because a few years ago I got me some hats and stuff that I can still wear. I got these jerseys here. The jersey behind me, that's an old jersey from when I was like a kid back in the 90s. I'm probably going to sell that. Hopefully the value will go up and I can make some money off that. That's going to get sold. And this stuff is up for sale too now. I'm not attached to it like that now. This is like probably gonna be a collector's edition hat, so I'm probably not even gonna wear this hat that much. I just keep rocking this hat right here. And this hat here, all this stuff with Chihuahua on it, this stuff is gonna sell. So if you got some stuff with Chihuahua on it, you know, put it to the side or just be watching the prices on it online and stuff. You probably can flip, you know, sell it and get you a little money. Especially if you're not emotionally attached to it like that. You know, so, you know, I like this stuff. It's nostalgia. It reminds me of my childhood and all that. But I tell you what, for the right price, it can be sold. Okay? You know, just the other day, I had some those Shaquille O'Neal shoes. Speaking of that kind of stuff, I had those Shaquille O'Neal shoes. That's called the Shaq Attack that he wore the Orlando Magic. I had like an OG pair I bought a few years ago. Bought them things for like $97. And I saw on StockX and that they just didn't nobody have my 11.5. So I had some. I'm not wearing them. I just put them on there. I said $700. I just put a number up there crazy. And guess what? Somebody bought them. Somebody bought them the other day. I'm telling you, my right hand. Well, this is my left hand, but here it is, my right hand. I'm telling you, my right hand to the Most High. I'm telling you right now, $700. They took their little fees out. I still walked away with like $650 or something. And I mean, I like the shoes or whatever, but Reebok will release them again. I mean, Reebok is up for sale right now, so it'll probably be a while before they do a release again on OG shoes like that. But those shoes came out in like 2013, so they'll release again. And you know, it ain't that serious. Hey, somebody want to pay me that much, they can have them. And I got a Shaq jersey. I guess I'm gonna sell my Shaq jersey because I sold both pairs of my Shaq shoes. I had two pairs of those Shaq Attacks. I had a Superman version, like an All-Star Superman version. They sold for like $550 back in May, about 2 months ago. I just put them up there. People want them, so I haven't worn them either. They can have them. Shoot, they can get them. But yeah, So this same thing with this Chief Wahoo stuff, man. If somebody if I see the price going up here, I sell it, get rid of it, shit. You know, it ain't that serious. Sport. I'm not attached to sports like that. You know, not like I used to be growing up. But I'm just glad I got this stuff to wear leisurely, just, you know, the Chief Wahoo or whatever. But I'm not attached to it. If the price go up, I get rid of it. And just to touch on that before I end this video, you know, I know a lot of people, especially Cleveland fans and stuff. I had a little family used to stay in Cleveland and stuff. And I know people are attached to sports like that. And that's kind of how it's set up, to get people attached to it, emotionally attached to it like that. So all you Cleveland fans out there, you watching me right now, don't feel too bad about them changing the name. Don't go protest. Don't try to make a big deal about it, because at the end of the day, the people who own the team, they are the real winners in this whole game. They don't care about you. You being this enthralled and you're engulfing your mind with some sports team, whether they win or lose and all that kind of stuff. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Like, don't do that. That's the only people that win are the billionaires that own the team and the millionaires that run around and throw the ball out there. They're the real winners. The fans, the everyday hardworking people, they're being taken advantage of. So don't let them change the name. The only reason they change the name is so that people of quote unquote Native American descent, or who are called themselves Indians or known as Indians or whatever, which they weren't. They were called Indians. Like, these people that look like they were called Indians because Columbus and them, they thought they were in India. But I didn't mean to go into that. But that's not even their real name. They're mad about it. It's not even their real name. Columbus gave them that name. The Europeans gave them that name because they thought they were in India. They didn't even know where they were, because they looked like people in India or whatever. They were dark looking people, the native people of this land. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Like, don't get too caught up over this stuff, man. Over this, it's just material stuff. It's just like I say, it's just the owners are winning. The billionaire owners and the millionaire players are winning, and the everyday hardworking people, the fans that really care about teams and stuff like that, the everyday people are losing. You know, are losing in the whole situation. So don't care so much, like, you know, like, try not to put so much caring in these teams like that. You know, you're better off probably caring for your loved ones and your family. Like if you got a wife or a husband or you got children or something like that, you're better off putting more care and attention that you put on a team. I would advise you to put it into your loved ones like that, you know, because, you know, you probably just come out better. Because these teams, they're going to lose every year, and your feelings get hurt and all that kind of stuff. And the owners, they got this thing called revenue sharing. It don't matter if they win or lose. They got this thing called revenue sharing. Like this jersey I got, everybody that own an MLB team, they got a cut of this jersey and this hat and all that. So, with that being said, this was just my 2 cents. What my 2 pennies is. Okay, just my little 2 cents. You know, just my 2 cents. If you disagree with me or if you got something to add to it, I'm welcome you to the conversation. Leave a comment. Like, subscribe. Until next time.